Believe in you, Dr. Jess. Oh, it's good. It's a good day for clowning around, especially since the. Keep going.
I think we're on now. I think this is working. The sound is silence and not in a good way. If you can hear us.
I was about to talk about juggalos.
Oh, dear. Magnets, how do they work? They should be able to hear us and catch up in just a second because I'm showing audio output now. So that's good. Good. Oh, and it does appear to be coming through on YouTube. So good. As the kids say, hecking yes. Okay, I think we're ready to go. We're finally ready to play. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of AnthSOLOgy. I am your host, Dr. Jessica HEBERT, and I'm from the PDX Broadsides and the Featles. So we're very glad to have you here. And joining us today are 3 fabulous singers. The joy of AnthSOLOgy is what happens when you have a group or you're used to playing out a lot as a soloist, and all of a sudden you're playing at home or on the internet pretty much exclusively all the time. So I'd like to introduce you to our 3 fabulous folks today. We have a clown from Raleigh, a filker from Seattle, and a sultry songstress also from Seattle. Welcome, everyone, and let's have you introduce yourselves. Metricula, why don't you go first? Introduce yourself to the people, to the world.
Hey, I'm Madison Metricula Roberts. I am a singer-songwriter out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and actually I started I started doing solo work at first, and then I've started to join band projects. So it's like I've kind of come in it backwards. But I definitely I love to play science fiction conventions. I sing both parodies and comedy songs and like serious feeling songs. So a little bit of everything. Also, I'm a clown.
That will happen, yes.
Sorry. But thank you.
And Shawna, would you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, I am Shawna. I am a filker from Seattle. I've been doing filk for longer than I knew what filk was. My siblings and I used to have conversations to the tunes of random Disney songs because we could. That's the kind of person I am. I also run a filk convention.
Which filk convention?
I do a lot of. I run a filk convention called Conflict. It's in Seattle, the Seattle area. Usually late January when things go the way we want them to. And what else do? I do a lot of Star Wars stuff. I do a lot of lightsaber choreography and performance. And so when I'm not doing filk stuff, that's a lot of what I'm doing.
That's fabulous. Welcome to the show. And last but not least, Miss Sara Depp.
Hello, I'm Sara Depp. I'm in Seattle. I work normally at a music venue, Couth Buzzard Books in Seattle, a music venue / bookstore, and I'm used to being around. I haven't played out very often recently, but I'm used to being around music and working the open mics and such. And I've just sort of started getting back into performing solo and working on my originals. I've been doing concerts to raise money for the laid off workers of the store. So that's been kind of propelling me into doing that while we are in these quarantines. So, yeah.
Quarantines. They're like Valentine's, but worse. We're getting a note. Metricula, could you turn yourself up, please?
Yeah, is this any better?
That is better, yeah.
A little better? I can go a little higher or lower. Just let me know.
Yeah, just maybe a hair higher. We want everyone to hear you.
Roger that.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Excellent. And our chat should be updating on the video now. See, it's the wonder of technology. I don't know how we made it through episode 1. And I sat back and I said, that was really easy. It was all waiting for episode 2. So I am so proud to have these 3 fierce, fine, feminine women to sing some songs for us today. And as you know, we do this sort of chaos style. So everybody's been assigned some random numbers, 1 through 6. And if you're listening on the chat, whoever types in a number first, it's going to take a second to sync up 1 through 6. That's who we're going to have go first today. See? And you don't know. It's a different order every time. While we wait for that number to come up, would you please tell us briefly where we can best find you on the internet these days? Where do you prefer to be seen?
Well, you can find me at metricula.com. I have links to all of my Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. I also have music on Spotify, Bandcamp, all of that stuff, and it is linked at metricula.com. So that's a great way to kind of find my various webs. I love to be online basically all the time. So,
Shawna?
Mostly you can find me on Facebook. I'm Shawna Universe on there. Also on Twitter as She Is the Weather, and Instagram as well as She Is the Weather. If you want to see some of the lightsaber stuff I do, look for Saber Guild Camino Temple on YouTube specifically.
Woo! And Sarah?
I am mostly on Facebook, facebook.com/Sara Depp Music. And also my YouTube channel is Juniper and Lamplight, all one word. The concerts I've been doing on Sundays will be streaming from my Sara Depp Facebook page. And I'm also on Bandcamp. I don't remember what's on the Bandcamp, but it's probably fine.
Thank you. So the first number to pop up in the chat was from Sunny Larson, and that is number 3. So our first performer today comes to us all the way from Seattle and the Couth Buzzard books. This is Sara Depp. Take it away, Sarah.
How did I know that I was gonna be this drawn straw somehow? Well, bless. Okay. This is a song, an original song. I don't know what the title is. Maybe you can tell me what the title is. A cat may burst through the door at any moment. He's trying. I seek a vision today, array a challenge to the solitary cliche. I wear a stranger's face, unfamiliar motions of a novice in a losing game. Entombed by frivolous impulses, and in there I'll reside, guilty of all that they claim. Down to the wire, you can almost believe in no window to the other gilded way. Romanticize the crumbling recluse, whose every half-hearted smile is an excuse. Roll over into tomorrow, never try, never lose. Ooh, ooh. Inside, lovers entwined, fear will keep your tongue tied. Climb high, businessmen in suits and ties, fear will keep the well dry. Another lie, an untruth that you can hide behind, fear will keep you traumatized. In the blink of an eye, we're here and then we all die, leave more than you feel behind. And in the haste to be named, the shame takes hold of me. I know that this will never change. I bear the manifold stockpile of intentions that conspire only to estrange. Without a risk or a gamble, I'll take what's offered fast, never choose the idle dream. But beyond the years and the walls of protection, a window to a home I've never seen. Ready to crumple or ready to blow, take another look at this gruesome tableau. You can't afford to wait for another result, play it low, oh, oh. inside. Lovers entwined, fear will keep your tongue tied. Climb high, businessmen in suits and ties, fear will keep the well dry. Another lie, an untruth that you can hide behind, fear will keep you traumatized. In the blink of an eye, we're here and then we all die. Leave more than you feel behind. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'll take a chance and go where I won't be welcome, won't be free. Thus conscience doesn't make cowards of us all wholeheartedly. I'll take a chance and go where I won't be welcome, won't be free. Thus conscience doesn't make cowards of us all wholeheartedly.
Yay! Sarah, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. So, song titles is what you're looking for? Can you not hear me?
Oh, yeah, for a second you cut out.
Okay. So you were looking for song titles to that song, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what sort of things were you tossing around for titles for that? I heard you talk a lot about fear and fear keeping us down and keeping us dry.
It was from a prompt, and the prompt was emotional window. And I can't call it that because the prompt came from a group where everyone was supposed to write a title that was called that. So there are several, and it kind of strayed from that concept. So I'm not sure. Right now it's called My Jerk Cat Did Bust Through the Door. One moment, please.
That's a good name for it. Big fan. So while Sarah wrangles her cat, I want to take a minute to remind you that there is a tip link in the YouTube title down below, and tips go to our fabulous performers today. And we appreciate it, and we will give you a shout out. And there's also a little widget that pops down on the screen when you tip. You can also like and subscribe to the PDX Broadsides page for future AnthSOLogy episodes, because I hope that there's going to be a couple more. Sarah, now that you are back, so you've been doing a weekly show from your home to benefit some people. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. Right now I'm the only employee of my work, and that's just how the small business is. We've not received that loan. I know a lot of people are in that same boat. So any tips that I make from those concerts, which are often very comical and mostly mistakes, but I try to just make it fun. Any tips received from that, I have been passing on to the furloughed baristas of the Couth Buzzard. And our stay-at-home order has just been extended to the end of the month, so I'm not sure when they will be able to be employed back with us. So that's happening every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Thank you so much for doing that. I know that a lot of people are out of work right now and having trouble getting either small business loans or getting through the unemployment lines. And I'm sure that that means a whole lot to the people at the Couth Buzzard that you're supporting them. Thank you for doing that. The next number to pop up in chat, because I'm going to take it, is 6. And that's Metricula. So Metricula, our favorite filking clown, why don't you introduce a song and sing to the people out there?
Yeah. Let me know if my my level is better while I introduce this. So I am a member of the Social Justice Bards, of which the PDX Broadsides and Cacophony in chat are as well. And I think one of the things that liberal nerdy musicians can do is kind of in that protest song tradition. So this is a song based on a short story by Nancy Kress called Out of All Them Bright Stars. And it's sort of a pro-immigrant song, and it is, except it's about an alien, like a lot of sci-fi commentary is. So this is Out of All Them Bright Stars. Out of all them bright stars, why did he have to come here with his bird calls and politeness? What difference does it make? Out of all them bright stars up there beyond the clouds, it's not a mirror, not the future. I won't see nothing else. You need this job, so you need Charlie, great big bully that he is. Keep your head down, fill ketchup bottles. That's when your eyes see into his. Out of all them bright stars, why did he have to come here with his bird calls and politeness? What difference does he make? Out of all them bright stars up there beyond the clouds, it's not a mirror, not the future. I won't see nothing else. Do what the G-men tell you. Answer all their questions now. Straight faces, smart dismissals. There's judgment on their brow. Out of all them bright stars, why did he have to come here with his bird calls and politeness? What difference does it make? Out of all them bright stars up there beyond the clouds, it's not a mirror, not the future. I won't see nothing else. My stinging, balled up fury, futility and shame. Why did you hold up the mirror, say your bird call name? Out of all them bright stars, why did he have to come here with his bird calls and politeness? What difference does he make? Out of all them bright stars up there beyond the clouds, it's not a mirror, not the future. I won't see nothing else.
Yay!
Out of all them bright stars.
Is that on an album yet?
No, that is not recorded yet. I'm hoping while I'm home to do a lot of recording. I will say that I started a new duo project based around Star Wars, and we are dropping our first single on May the 4th, so in just a couple days. So,
Where is that going to be dropping? On Bandcamp?
it will be dropping on Bandcamp.
Excellent.
And you can follow my social medias, and you will know.
Who's the other half of your duo project working on this fabulous Star Wars EP?
My songwriting partner is Lee Tyberg out of Baltimore. So we've been kind of working on it virtually, which is really, really cool. It's amazing that we have these tools available that you can really kind of feel like you're working together in real time. So
Yeah, that's been, I think, a real blessing in disguise with all of this. We're able to make music together still, even from afar. And thank you, technology, even when you're messing with my flow. So we've had one from Sarah, and we've had one from Metricula. Let's go to Shawna. Shawna, I know that you said that you might have a couple of maybe creepy songs for us today. Is that still true?
I actually made a slightly different plan. It's half true.
Okay.
But this one is not that.
Oh, great. Oh, I
This
can't
one-
wait.
Yeah, so this one is, for some background, so I work in tech. I am a QA engineer. And to be clear, the disclaimer is this song is not about any specific workplace I have worked in, but rather the general experience of being a QA engineer. This is to the tune of Live Journal Shanty by Canadian filker Brooke Abbey. And so this song is called QA Engineer Shanty. And it's way, hey, me lads, crash the test app again. There might be a new fix from developers' hands. Yes, it's way, hey, me boys, try a repro or two. And 5 more new bugs found leaves us feeling blue. It's a hard life, a work in the quality trail. I'm testing all day and all night without fail. If I didn't, I know that we would be a wreck, as we'd never discover the bugs till they frack us. And it's way, hey, me lads, crash the test app again. There might be a new fix from developers' hands. Yes, it's way, hey, me boys, try a repro or two, and 8 more new bugs found leaves us feeling blue. And it's upload, the icons change a naming scheme, answer devs' questions, haul away at our screens, write a legal disclaimer for our install page, and revise the notations of bug fixes made. And it's way, hey, me lads, crash the test app again. There might be a new fix from developers' hands. Yes, it's way, hey, me boys, try a repro or two, and 13 new bugs found leaves us feeling blue. And let's bitch, cause they changed the UI without telling. The red line's outdated, there's so many misspellings. Don't ask for much, but I'd like to be told when the outsource teams updating the code. And it's way, hey, me lads, crash the test app again. There might be a new fix from developers' hands. Yes, it's way, hey, me boys, try a repro or two, and 20 new bugs found leaves us feeling blue. I'm not scared that I will be blamed by my masters. Since they hired me, I have prevented disasters, but I'm still going to file all my emails away. Another bug will come up just like today. And it's way, hey, me lads, crash the test app again. There might be a new fix from developers' hands. Yes, it's way, hey, me boys, try a repro or two. 100 new bugs found leaves us feeling blue. Yeah, 100 new bugs in production is new.
Yay! For our friends who are not from the filk land out there, you'll see a lot of this, especially on Zoom chats and things when we're doing songs, because it's sign language for hands clapping. So even if you're muted, like, everybody can see this. So that's what I'm doing. Shawna, that was super fun. Thank you very much for, I've got a soft spot for sea shanties.
That may have been part of why I selected that song.
In my other life, I am the captain of a pirate performance crew called PDXR, and there's a lot of sea shanties that happen over there. So we are almost halfway through our show, and we've had 3 fabulous songs already. I'd like to take a second to thank people who have subscribed and tipped here in the first half. So we have Gary Marr, Wing, Stephen Strom, Dale Smith, and Sunny. Thank you all so much for tipping and making music possible, and helping our performers while they're not able to make their gigs outside. And instead, we get to listen to them doing new cool things today. And thank you to Cacophony for subscribing to the PDX Broadsides YouTube channel, where there will be even more episodes.
Jess, may I say one thing real quick?
Yeah, hit it.
So I don't really have much in the way of music online, but the filker whose song that I filked is someone who you can find many of her songs online. So search Brooke Abbey, that's Brooke, and then Abbey, like the place where monks live, Abbey. Search her stuff. She's got a whole bunch of really hilarious stuff, including some songs about Stargate, which brings deep joy to my heart. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure people know about her stuff.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Quality
very
good
much.
filk.
And if you'd like, you can post a link to her things if she's got a Bandcamp in the Facebook event after this. So we've got 3 more songs coming up, so don't go away. People saying thank you for the great music. You're welcome. And there's more. You know what? It's my choice. Dealer's choice. No more it's going to be random. But I want to go back to Metricula because it sounds like your sound has been worked out and you sound good. But I really just want to know, tell us what brought you into clown life?
Well, It kind of happened by accident. About what, 7 years ago, I started performing because I'd found filk, and I was like, oh, it's a lot of the folk music that I like already, and that I can. It's like, oh, if you make it about Star Wars, then you can sing the same tunes. But I started getting into it that way, and then I started writing more original music. I'd always played guitar and sung, but I fell in with a burlesque troupe, Nerdvana, out of Raleigh, North Carolina, doing kind of cabaret stuff. And we were doing a steampunk convention here in Raleigh, and they booked another burlesque troupe. So the other burlesque troupe didn't want our burlesque troupe to do too many, and this is all very family friendly, but too many shedding of clothing burlesques. So we were much more cabaret style. And so we kind of put together a variety show, but we were a time traveling carnival, and I was a nanny bot. And so I had this like mechanical doll makeup. That was the first time. And then kind of from there, I was like, you know what? I love clowns. I'm going all in. And I developed my particular face and like the asymmetries and stuff. And that's kind of it's not as exciting, except that like when I was a kid, like I was always kind of afraid of clowns. Like a lot of people, because it is like it's like a the proportions are wrong, right? Like there's some uncanny valley kind of stuff when you see like a cartoon come to life. And I don't know, it just kind of like I like the aesthetic. Like this, when you get used to wearing it, like this feels like my face. Like one time I like finished a show and I took off my wig and I brushed my teeth and I came to bed, and my husband was like, get back up. And I was like, why? I'm so tired. And it's like, oh, well, it turns out I'd left my clown makeup on, and I'd looked at myself in the mirror brushing my teeth with it. Because, like, it feels like my face, you know? And I'm really into, like, glamour makeup, too. So it's like the principles are not that different. So that's kind of how Clown Metricula came to be. And then I made the mistake one time of doing like a black and white kind of Harlequin thing, and it was dark Metricula, but now it became a thing. So I have to be really careful about like how I brand the different kinds of Metricula, or it might become a thing. So
Wow, that is. And how long have you been doing clown matricula?
oh, probably 6 years. I don't do it all the time, but especially for cabaret and burlesque shows and some convention shows, I go full clown, just because I don't know, it's a part of me and I like it. So,
That's fantastic. So I think I can do this. I sure can. Matricula, take it away.
oh, me next. Let's see. So this isn't really a filk. This is a serious song. But you were talking about sea shanties, and this one's sort of ocean themed. It's one of my more recent ones that I wrote after a breakup. So. Days spent on an ocean liner, we're playing hard, but we're not headliners, and I like you, and you like me, and we both keep playing, but we're sinking slowly, and I have more in common now with those in peril on the sea. It started out with such gentle sailing, but winter water sent our hearts and heads swaying, and then once the wave crashed and forced us hard to our knees, we faced the ice between us, all the frozen jagged debris, and I knew I belonged there with those in peril on the sea. my hopes, but our hearts course uncharted. I put my trust in your role as Stanley, but you didn't tell me when we changed to a new key. And am I not different to you than those in heaven along the sea? The sea. The sea.
Woo!
And that was called Peril on the Sea. Loosely, I got the line from the hymn, Peril on the Sea, but the rest of it was like, what can I do with that? And it was kind of like an oceany. I'm a sucker for major sevenths too, so that's one of the newer ones.
That was really lovely, and I do like I feel a little seasick in a good way. Is the sound hole on your guitar heart shaped?
Yes, this is actually it's a Fender Malibu, so it's a 3/4. I usually play full size Ovations, but it is a heart sound hole. It's apparently a artist series from the Alkaline Trio, which is like a pop punk band that I don't care about. I care about how cute this guitar is, and I did some other modifications to it myself. I do a lot of my own guitar tech work, like saddle intonations and stuff like that. So I also painted the tuning pegs with holographic black nail polish, as well as some hardware modifications. So
Yeah, some mods. That's awesome. It looks really nice, and it sounds beautiful. I'd like
Thank
to
you.
thank Wendy and Marcos, who tipped during that last song. Thank you so much. And if you're just joining us, all the tips go to the fabulous people performing today, so that they can, like, we don't have gigs happening outside of the internet right now. So I'm glad to have this space where they can share music and you can share your coin if you're feeling it. So Shawna and Sara, we're down to the two of you. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I want to try it. Can you rock, paper, scissors to see who goes next? Ready? 1, 2, 3. And Shawna's got paper. Shawna, you win. Who? Sara trying to use the delay. Shawna, since you won, would you like to go next or would you like Sara to go next? The choice is yours.
Oh, I get a choice.
Yeah.
So my next song is a funny, creepy song. And I would love to leave our delightful audience on a laughing note. I don't know what your next song is, genre-wise, Sara.
Let's leave them on a laughing. Mine is kind of a serious, more
Okay.
serious one.
So Sara should go next.
Great. All right. Miss Sara Depp
Okay.
from Seattle.
Oh, I just realized what I did to myself. Hey, okay. That's fine.
What
okay,
did you do
so
to
I'll say
yourself?
this. No, it's okay. This song has a title. The title is Tethers, and I wrote it with my friend Lindsay Moon, and it is on her album of the same name. And she sent me a little clip that she sung into her phone of a little bit of melody, and I thought that I was supposed to just write the whole rest of the song, so I did. And apparently it was supposed to be more collaborative than that. And I also forgot that the album was called Tethers and used the word tethers in it, probably subconsciously. So that worked out. And it is a song about, it is a platonic love song because there aren't enough of those. So it's a friendship love song. and it can be found on her album Tethers. It's Lindsay, spelled Lynsey, and Moon like the moon. I almost pointed to, I have a picture of Keith Moon up there, but you can't see it. So, okay. They can see you coming miles away with a stone on your back. It's not easy maintaining a wall, but that habit is murder to break. You tried it once and it was a mistake. To let down your guard, you don't have the wherewithal. You got burned, it was bad, and what confidence you had was wrecked, left you feeling timid and small. Is it too much to ask for? Even one or two people you can trust in bleak or fair weather. And when you fall, it's not so far, 'cause you're in it together. I'm just a friend who won't leave you in the dust. If you let me, I'll come through and be the someone that you need to walk alongside, not all over you. I realize that I have made a grievous error, but that's okay. No, I haven't. This is part of the song, everybody. It is, I promise you. Oh, it might make sense to hesitate, but not for your whole life long. Those who would hurt you aren't worth your tears. Reaching out now with no ill intent. Any malicious subtext you'd invent is just a fiction. Anxiety lies, but I'm right here. Merely wounded, not destroyed. Love's not something to avoid this time. Let me help you lessen that fear. It's not too much to ask for. Someone who'll stick around when things go bust, who can act as a tether. Well, if you fall, it's not so far, 'cause you're in it together. Just a friend who won't leave you in the dust. If you let me, I'll come through and be the someone that you need to walk alongside, not all over. You have no reason to put faith in me, and I understand that your thick skin is a reaction to the times that you believed in someone, then got screwed. Well, I'm gonna make some mistakes sometimes, 'cause there's no such thing as perfection. Wanna grow with you, 'cause I need someone to help me to see the solitary world anew. A little team of two people who can trust in bleak or fair weather. But if we fall, it's not so far when we're in it together. I need a friend who won't leave me in the dust. So please let me, I'll come through to be the someone that you need to walk alongside, not all over you.
Woo! That was Beautiful. So you said that that was a song that you wrote for another album.
Yes, Tethers, Lindsay Moon's album. It's great. It has a lot of our friends on it, and it's a lovely album with a lot of heart and a lot of different themes. And we sang that one as a duet on the album, so that was it's close to my heart.
It's so lovely. So you and Lindsay and I and a bunch of people in the chat all know each other because of a Facebook group called Theme Music. And Theme Music was started by Matt Brown as here's a new theme every week that you can write songs around. And can you talk a little bit about your experience? You have done so much and grown so much over your time in theme music, and you're one of the superstars of the group. So how has theme music sort of shaped your musical experience now?
That's very sweet, especially coming from you. Thank you. When I started with theme music, I had not been in any bands at all. I was performing poetry and singing, but I wasn't really fronting anything. That happened a few months after I joined, and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing with my DAW or anything, even though I'd been recording for a long time. It all sounded like a mess. And I think I just didn't realize the level that everyone was at in the group. So I just started being very gung-ho with my productions, not realizing like, oh my gosh, these people really know what they're doing. But it's a great it's a great place for no judgment learning, and it's really helped me grow, get better at mixing, and get unafraid to try to ask people to hey, do you want to work with me on this thing? The first time that I did that, I stress ate a massive cookie. It was like these huge cookies that we sell at work. I sent him a message like, hey, is it okay if and then I just ate this cookie, and everyone around, I was at work and everyone around was like, what's going on? Are you okay? Like that, you inhaled that. I was like, it's fine. But it's a wonderful place. And I'm really glad that people are now getting to experience, in these bad circumstances, but I'm glad people are experiencing what we've experienced for so many years, the creation of music online and collaboration and reaching across state and country and everything, lines and time zones.
Yes. Hands across America and the world. It's been neat to see a lot of the theme music folks posting on their pages saying, okay, so now you're making music together across countries and across states. We've been doing it for a long time. And here, like, massive collaborations have happened. Like the stay-at-home theme music folks get together in Atlanta, usually every October, to do a massive show where everybody gets to rehearse together for 30 minutes for 50 different songs. And then they put on a massive show at Smith's Old Bar in Atlanta. And anybody who doesn't get to go forms the stay-at-home themesters, where we all sing a song together. And those collaborations can be 40, 50 people, and they do it in a weekend. So theme music has been an amazing growth experience for me. It has been for you, and you're making some incredible music right now. Are you working with other groups currently in Seattle? I mean, after the duration.
Not really. I moonlight, and I was supposed to be this month in the Buzzard Jazz Festival that has now been canceled. And I was working on my friend Oliver Rosenthal's album, but not really out and about because I was at the store so much. So that's different. If I wanted to, I suppose I could now. So, but I've got online bands going, and shout out Cream Legbar Latin Taxez. And that's what I'm doing.
That's awesome. And your weekly concerts are on Sundays?
They are on Sunday, so I now realize I have to do one tomorrow.
Oh. Oops.
Days don't mean anything anymore. But tomorrow morning at 10.
10 Pacific. That's
10 Pacific.
Yeah, 2 on the East Coast, and sometimes Oh, wait, no. One on the East Coast and sometimes in between. Math. My PhD is not in math. Thank you so much. And that means we're down to Shawna. And I have a feeling I know. Shawna said that it was going to be creepy. And I'm a little bit concerned. But it's going to be fun, right, Shawna?
It will be fun, and it's probably not the concerningly creepy one that you're thinking.
Oh,
I decided not to do that one.
we all thank you for that. So is it in any way gearing up for like one of the high holy holidays on your calendar, May the 4th?
It is so surprisingly, given how much Star Wars things I do, I have almost no Star Wars song yet.
What?
Yet. I know, right? Like, I learned a really good one recently, but I have not yet learned how to breathe properly throughout the entire song. So I end up, like, gasping out the latter half of the song. Like, that isn't going to work. And then I have a really silly song about the opinions of a particular movie director about how underwear works in space. I'm not singing that one, but I have that one. But yeah, and I don't have actually that many Star Wars songs yet. I'm hoping to fix that, but it's kind of just like, I'm looking for them, and they're all like, this is not the song you are looking for. I'm like, dang it.
Now, the reason why I ask about if you do a lot of Star Wars type music is because of your work with the Temple in Seattle, and you do a lot of charity work. Can you tell people a little bit about that?
So I'm a member of multiple Star Wars charity costuming clubs, but especially Saber Guild, which is an international lightsaber choreography and performance organization. We make movie quality costumes, and we perform at public events or for kids, for charities. Like we've actually gone to Ronald McDonald House. That was the first big, decently known event that I helped at before I was even a full member with a costume of my own. A lot of the local groups sort of coalesce together in an organization that we call Star Wars Washington. It's not super official, but it's what we call ourselves. And we work together to raise money a lot of times for children's hospitals. So, for example, we'll often do Emerald City Comic Con, and collectively, I think a couple of years ago, we raised over $25,000 for them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. And to be honest, like, being a space wizard for kids is about the best thing I've ever done. It's so much fun, and little kids, like, I had a kid come up to us at a charity event we did for foster kids for Rise of Skywalker stuff, and he said, well, that's not a real lightsaber. And I was like, well, but it is. I was in my Zabrak Jedi, so I had like horns and face tattoos and Jedi robes and green lightsaber. That's not a real lightsaber. I was like, no, but it is a real lightsaber. He's like, it has got plastic on it. And I was, this room is full of people. This is a dangerous weapon. I have to make sure it doesn't hurt anybody. Kind of looks at me, and then he's like, wait, it's a real lightsaber? And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, but if bad guys show up, are you gonna take the cover off? I said, and I knew that we only had one bad guy with us, and he had already changed out of his costume. So I knew this was safe to say. I said, yes, if anyone here needs to be protected, I will remove the plastic. It was very good. But like, it just, we do what we do to raise money for charity and to make people happy. And
such a great mission. Yeah.
It brings me so much joy.
Thank you so much for doing that kind of work. Thank you so much to Saber Guild. And I know that there's a lot of different ones. If someone in another city wanted to join a Saber Guild, how would they find them?
Saberguild.org. Specifically .org. .com is not ours. So .org.
Noted. Beware your search engines.
Nah, it's just that it won't take you anywhere. That's all. It won't take you anywhere useful.
Fair enough. So Shawna, why don't you play a song for us and tell us a little bit about what you'll be playing for us?
All right. So my friend Betsy Tinney, many of our friends, Betsy Tinney, is a wonderful cello player and a very lovely and generous human being. she also occasionally she writes a lot of of cello songs, but she's also written some songs that have lyrics to them. And the one that I have filked is one of those. Her song is this beautiful song called Dryad's Promise, and it's about the ghost of a dryad who's haunting a schooner of which her tree became the main mast. Really, really sad, sweet, heartbreaking song. That is not what I wrote. One time I went over to Betsy Tinney's house. She's a lovely, generous human. So, hey, I've got this lovely scotch. Would you like to try it? I did not know what I was agreeing to, friend. She gave me a very, very, very nice scotch. My first scotch ever. So it was transcendent, and I could taste the trees that the barrels were made from. And then it occurred to me, I don't remember if it occurred to me right then or if it occurred to me when I wrote this song during the closing Filk circle at a New Jersey New Jersey Filk Con in 2011, I think. But I sat there and I was like, what if there were dryads that distilled spirits in barrels made from the wood of the trees of their grandmothers? So, just it's fine. It's just creepy dryads. It's cool. Yeah, as one does. Creepy dryads commonplace. As common as Starbucks or something. I don't know. Anyway, but so yes, this song happened, and as soon as I sang it for Betsy, she was like, "Can you please send me the lyrics?" Which is a very high compliment when one filks someone's song and they're like, "I love that. Please give it to me." So I present for you now, Dryad, harmless. Now most Scottish dryads only want sun and water. They cling to tradition like leeches to knees, knowing their oak cousins deep in the wetlands are distilling the best of whiskies. They sing, "No, you sisters mine, no. No, please give back all the wet forest floor, for these loamy distillings are nothing but spirits, and our grandmother's trees deserve more." And sometimes at new moon they open their tavern. Their oldest of barrels are then newly cracked. When the travelers come, you can see them all drinking. The barmaids fill glass after glass, crying, "Ho, you customers, ho! Don't drink the swill served in town anymore, for our grandmother's trees bring rare life to our barrels, and you'll learn to like dryad scotch more." Warned are the locals about the oak's daughters, seasons and centuries of this grim line. When oak forest swampland runs red with the slaughter, the on sale you will find, whispering, "Grow, you peat bog moss, grow." Each of the ones we've interred you will find in tasting our whiskey the deepest of flavors will ever bring dead Scots to mind. In back of the tavern, surrounded by oak trees, they tower there silent, majestic, and strong. And the ghost of a man there, engraved not so shallow, brings news that chills to the bone. Moaning, "Go, you vagabonds, go. Do not tarry here, lest they keep you behind. Though it may seem like gifts when they give you some free ones, I still cannot leave here, I find. Know that taste in the Scotch, it is mine." Thank you.
Yay! Oh, there we go. Got it. Oh, hopefully we get Sarah back here in a second. It takes a...
Oh, no.
Yes, all the wonders
Oh,
of Discord. Sarah, can you hear us? Oh,
Sarah, we
Oh,
miss
no.
you.
Oh, wait. Little dots
Sarah,
are spinning.
come back to us.
here's one of
Spinning
the...
Back to the clown. Back to the clown.
Whoa. we don't know what her feelings about clowns are. I'm not
Well,
sure if that
I
was.
overexpose lights very frequently, so I am sort of like the light. Go back to the light.
I'm hoping that Sarah can return to us in a moment. So, what made you write about dryads?
Well, specifically, the song that I filked was about a dryad, a ghost of a dryad, and then because I could taste the oak so strongly in that scotch that Betsy shared with me, it popped into my head. So I have this problem where almost all of the songs I sing or that I write are creepy or sad or angry. I like murder ballads a lot, and then I was like, wait, do I have funny songs? I do. I have a few. Can I sing them? I can sing that one. This one's kind of funny, but it's also creepy, but it's funny. Okay, sure, great. Yeah, fairy tales are kind of my jam. So fairy tales and mythology, I'm a sucker for interesting interpretations of those things. So that's it's very much a me kind of thing to write.
Fair enough. God. Thank you so much. And I want to thank all three of you for sharing your music today. And I hope that please go to the Facebook event page and post where we can find more of your music. And I know that you've got some new things coming out in the next week or so, which is all very exciting. The tip box is still open and will be open after this show. So if you're watching this later and you say, oh, I'd love to tip them, but it's not live anymore, it's okay. You can still tip, and anything that is gathered during this week will go to the performers. So we'll keep tabs on it. With that, please tell us where we can find you next. Matricula, I know you've got one more show today because you're a crazy person and I don't know how you do it. So tell us about your upcoming show and then remind us about your EP this week.
Yeah. Well, so at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, I'll be performing an hour-long set of my original music, a mix of my nerd stuff and my other kinds of originals and parodies for DemiCon out of Des Moines, Iowa. And I met them through, Brian Baker through Twitch, streaming on Twitch. And he runs the music track for that. So since they went online, they were able to bring in some other acts. So I'll be doing that at, again, 10 p.m. Eastern. You can find more links to that and stuff if you go to matricula.com/appearances. And then, like I said, on Monday, so tonight at the show, we'll be announcing the name of our duo. And then we'll be releasing some teasers on Sunday, and then on Monday around noon, the single will be dropping. So please follow me on Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr. Everything is at Metricula, and you can see when that goes live. So it'll actually be a pre-order for an EP, and if you pre-order the EP for Pay What You Want, the first single is the immediate download. So it's a it's a secret song. So, but yeah, please come check out the show for DemiCon. But otherwise, this has been a delight. So.
Thank you so much for joining us. Shawna, what you got coming down the pipeline for us?
So if you keep an eye out on Saber Guild Camino Temple's YouTube, possibly YouTube, but definitely our Facebook page, we will be putting up a PSA relevant to the current times, but Star Wars. So that should be fun. As for actual lightsaber appearances, they currently keep getting canceled, so follow Saber Guild Camino Temple to find out more. We'll definitely post our events there as soon as we actually have some more. And we're working on getting more virtual content. It's just, it's hard to actually do choreography when you can't get within 6 feet of another human or Zabrak or Twi'lek or another being with which to hit lightsabers.
I hear you. We had to sign some albums today, and my bandmate Christian had to dead drop them on my porch and run away.
Man.
So yeah, we're all maintaining social distance. And Sarah, where can we find you, and what's coming up for you? You've got something tomorrow.
Yes, coming up tomorrow is the concert for the Couth Buzzer Baristas. That will be on my Facebook.com/Sara Depp Music, which I hope is the URL. I think it is. I tried to see if I still have saradepp.com and it looks like it's expired. So whoops. So that's happening tomorrow. I usually play for a couple of hours and it's usually a lot of mistakes and my mother having a lot to say in the chat So definitely come by for that comedy that is bound to happen. And yeah, I think that's all that's coming up. Just doing those Sunday concerts. My duo Cream Legbar just recorded the entire Sounds of Silence album by Simon and Garfunkel. We just covered that, so we'll share a link. There'll be a link to that on my Facebook. That's the most recent happening, and that was really fun. So that's all that's going on.
Fabulous. Episode 3 of AnthSOLogy is coming to you next week, and we've got 2 East Coasters and a Portlander. Finally, we're coming back to Portland. One of them you may know from the band, nerd band Mega Thruster. We are going to have bass extraordinaire Chris Waffle. From currently Atlanta, Georgia, but maybe making a transition very soon. She heads up the Good Graces. It's Kim Ware. And finally, last but not least, he is a nerd superstar from Orlando, Florida. His name is Mark with a C. And we're happy to have all of those folks on next week. I would like to take a second to thank everybody who subscribed and tipped to Teresa, Marcos, Wendy, Sunny, Dale, Stephen, Wing, Cacophony, and Gary. We really appreciate your support of music and of these fabulous folks. So until then, thank you, Metricula and Shawna and Sarah. We will see you all back here at 4 p.m. PDT next week for episode 3 of AnthSOLogy. I'm Dr. Jessica Hebert. Please wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home, and protect yourselves and others. Bye!